Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video I'll be showing you how to make a jet. In case you guys didn't know, I have made this vehicle and several others to go together and form an army base. If you haven't made the military base yet, I will leave a link down below in the description, along with links for all of the other vehicles, which include an army jeep, an army truck, a tank, an army helicopter, and a jet. But without any further ado, let's get started. Here are all of the materials that we will need to make our helicopter. Begin by placing 2 green concrete extending up from the ground. 1, 2. Destroy the first green concrete and then extend the remaining green concrete backwards by 8 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then add a layer of green concrete onto the right side of the row that we've made and onto the left side to give us a rectangle. Now, assuming that this is the front left hand corner of our helicopter, we want to extend this block upwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We also want to extend that first block in the row 4 to the right by 2. 1, 2. And extend the third block in the row 4 backwards by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which we will then be able to connect down. We then want to extend the last 2 blocks backwards by 1, then extend up by 2, 1, 2, which will give us this shape. What we now want to do is place a layer of green concrete in front of this empty smaller rectangle that just sits on the side of the helicopter like this. It's not quite so simple though. On the left and right sides we want to move 1 row inwards, destroy a block, and that will be a window. On this side in particular I want to add an entrance, so I'm actually going to destroy these 2 blocks, then add a string in the middle, and then green carpet along the top like this to conceal the gap. Later, we will add a set of stone brick slabs which will lead down to the ground, but we can save that. So what we now want to do is pretty much that exact same thing that we have done on that side onto this side. So we'll start in the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend this block here forwards by 2. 1, 2. Extend this block here backwards by 8. Join down. Extend the top 2 blocks back, up 2, just like this. Then we simply want to add a rectangular shape to fill in this empty gap. Then, on the left and right sides, leave a gap, we'll place a window. On this side, we are also going to have a window, but if you just so happen to want the entrance on this side, then you can swap these, it doesn't really matter. Then we can just place green carpet on everything that we have just made, like this. And then we are going to fill the top of the helicopter in using green concrete extending up to the front, and we are going to join to these shapes like so. We then want to add a little bit more of a shape to the tail area here, so we are going to add 2 green concretes here, and we are going to fill in this shape at the back here, and add some green concrete up the back, so to make it look a little bit more cylindrical. And we'll also add a block here as well. We then want to add a polished black stone wall on top of the center block here with a polished deep slate slab on top. What we then want to do is come towards the front of the build, and we are going to place a green concrete block extending out of the back middle block here, forwards like this, and then 2 rows of... that's not quite right. We want to add a layer of black stained glass on top of these outward rows of green concrete, then a black glass here, here, and then here, just like this. What we then want to do is place green concrete in front of and in between this empty space with a black glass like so, so we get a nice nose shape. We then just want to add a couple of green concretes underneath just to fill in this gap like this, and then on this side of the copter we want to add Where do we want to add it? Probably on the side or underneath here, we want to add a polished black stone wall with an end rod. And then on this side, just a stone button. Nice and simple. So now that we have done this, we want to come all the way up to here and add a polished black stone wall and a polished deep slate slab in this position just like this. And now we also want to grab a couple more things. So let's grab everything that we need. We need the grindstone, dispensers, we need dark oak trapdoors, stone brick slabs, polished deep slate stairs, glow item frame, levers, dark oak stairs, chest. And some more stuff as well, but we'll grab it as we need it. So on the front of the copter, we want to add a couple of glow item frames like this. We need to add some landing gear to the helicopter. So on the back, there is actually a wheel either side, and it lines up with here, and the wheels want to face forwards. And it will be in this position and this position, but we've obviously got to dig into the ground like this to have them placed properly. So if we just drop down like this, and place this one here, and just cut across to the side and here. It's probably easier to see it when I get out of this hole. So, as I said, it's basically just one row inwards from the end here. It just lines up with where the copter starts to stick out, and we just want one on each side. Then, as it comes to the front, we kind of want to have it in an equivalent position, so here, or maybe even one row forwards, but this time we only need the one grindstone, so let's just drop down underneath into this gap. It's almost inconsequential which block we choose, as long as it's right in the middle. So here, how does that look? Yeah, that looks fantastic. That is absolutely perfect. So now that we have all of the wheels on, I am feeling inclined to add the entrance into the inside, which is going to be made out of slabs, as I mentioned. So this is just a set of slabs like this, leading all the way down to the ground, which I like. You might not want to have this, but equally so, you could just seal this up or add an actual door. On the back, we are going to add a couple of dispensers, so here and here, just to look like engines or some sort of propulsion, like so. And we also have to make the actual blades of the helicopter as well. So this is made using dark oak trapdoors. This is quite tricky to place. They extend out of the bottoms of each one of the slabs that we have, and we place a row of, shall we go with 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think that that's too much because I want them to overlap. Maybe 7, maybe 6. Let's go with 6 and we'll see how it looks, and we'll probably have to place some blocks to facilitate this, unfortunately, unless there's an easier way to do it that I'm missing. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I wish I would have used a contrast block rather than the green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to use a different one on the front. This isn't a long enough row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, please. 6, there we go, nice. And then we get rid of these, and we won't know if this is quite the right size until we add this one. But what I like, let's use glass, but what I like about this is that they overlap, which is cool. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's have a look. Does that look a bit silly? Because it can be different, but no, I actually think that looks alright. And then, so let's just go with 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other side. 1, 2, 3, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then last but not least, although of course the glass is on the front as well, so it's not exactly a contrast block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, hang on. Wait, we can do it. 6, there we go, perfect. So, by far the hardest part of the tutorial, placing the blades, but the end result, I really like this. There's something satisfying. Look at that. That looks awesome. So now that we have done that, we can head inside, and this is really super simple to do. First of all, we will do the cockpit, which is going to require a lever just up in the middle here, and then a deep slate stair behind it. In doing this, we have trapped ourselves inside of the plane, but we can easily break out just underneath. There we go. Perfect. And then inside of here, really super simple stuff again. It's basically, we want to place tripwire hooks everywhere that we have a space in between the windows. And then we are going to place a set of stairs either side, so we can actually be seated in here. And I would recommend adding a chest or so. something like that. One will actually do just nicely. There we go. Nice and simple. That's it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is your army helicopter 100% fully completed. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And please don't forget that I have made 5 vehicles to go with the army base and the army base itself. You will be able to find links for absolutely everything in the description below. The army base, the army jeep, the army truck, the tank, the helicopter, and the jet. My recommendation would be to start with the army base itself, but you do you, boo. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.